Hi, this is Kim Watson. Welcome to a video. Now, I covered this subject in our training room today. It's a quietish day at times, and we do cover particular subjects. And I thought this was really relevant at the moment because we're seeing these markets choppy, and patience is a key thing. So I should be having that tune "War, What Is It Good For" being played in the background there, but it's been a bit too cheesy, really. So I've put "Patience, What Is It Good For," and there isn't a song that comes under that. So let's get on with the what I was covering. Okay, patience. Most traders have more patience with their losers than winners. Have you felt this? Have you done this? You sat in a loser for seems endless time, yet the winners you seem to I'll take that, thank you, banked, and that's it. Now it's interesting. I was speaking to my broker the other day, and we were just talking about the subject of patience. I said, oh, these markets are really a bit dull at the moment. I have to wait for ages, but it's all about patience. He said, yeah, patience. And we just got talking about trading and in general, and this subject. He said one. He didn't name names, of obviously, but he said one client he manages quite a lot of money, and his average time for his losses is 35 minutes. So you go on, guess what the average time for his winners are. Well, I should really make you guess and fill this in next week, but I won't because I'm not horrible like that. 4 minutes. His profitable trades work out in 4 minutes. His losers 35 minutes. Tells you something, doesn't it? I didn't ask how he's doing. I'm not interested. The important thing is, if he was talking about him, he's not obviously not doing that well like that. Anyway, this goes both ways, of course. They're more patience with their size, their stops often as well. So instead of having a set stop, they often edge them a little bit wider because you know what it's like. You see the price coming down a little bit against you if you're long, and you think, well, yeah, well, I suppose I should have put it below that middle moving average or that trend line or that other thing. You just sort of edge it down a little bit. Then you see a bit of divergence forming. You think, well, I just move it down a couple of pips. By the time that divergence formed, I can move it back up to there, and we're all okay. And so they get a bit over patient. And of course, with the time they sit in a trade, they're patient as well. They'll sit with the trade losing for a long time. We're not a hope almost. It's gone the wrong way. They've increased the width of their stop or the size of their stop, and they're just sitting there hoping. It's not really patience, is it? It's just hoping, praying. Of course, patience with the winning positions goes completely the other way, particularly, and I'll say this, particularly if the trader started off as a loser. So if it's sat there for about 2 hours as a loser and it gets $1 up, boom, I'll take that. Yes. They treat it as a winner, but it happens. I mean, goodness, we've all done it at one stage or another. Don't get me wrong. That well-honed patience of losers disappears when you've got the winner on the table after it's been sitting there for about 3 hours underwater or 3 weeks or whatever it may be in your time scale. But so patience really goes out the window. So then there's the patience of taking the trade itself, and this was really what I was getting to. I mean, sometimes it's so tricky out there at the moment. The market's a bit flat on some of the pairings, and on a day trading basis more so, and maybe even on the swings, they're just a little bit. But it's just that case of being patient. Now, this may be harder for some. How often do you take a trade too soon? Quite a lot of people. As I said in the room today, there's quite a few. They're not quite triggering their trade, but it's pulled back. They think, oh, I'll take that. In terms of, for example, I'll give you an example. It may be forming a bit of a divergence, and normally they might just wait for it to break this level here to get into the trade and move it up there. But on this occasion, it's just moving there. It's diverging. I'll take it now. And you know what happens, it pulls back down there, then diverges again, does double divergence, and they take it again, and of course then it just carries on rolling down, and instead of having waited here, a bit of patience, they're just adding to their misery of losses effectively. Okay, so they've just taken it too soon. Just waiting I mean, we all take it. Even now I still take trades too soon. It's an important thing to realize that sometimes when you reanalyze your trades at the end of the day, I'm sure you guys do that, but when you analyze your trades at the end of the day, you go back and say, did I take that at the right time? Was it too late, too soon? Could I have taken it in a better way? If you do that every day, I mean, you're probably not trading that frequently unless you're doing 20 trades a day, but if you're doing 2 or 3 a day, it takes 5 minutes just to run back, or even a little bit later on when you finish the trade, just go back, analyze it. Was it a good trade? It's just so well worth doing. And of course, there's that whole thing that so many people, the fear of missing out steps in. You trigger that trade before it's even anything that you've the trigger that you've tested has not even been met. So just as that example I just shown. Okay, so more important, how do you develop the right patience? It's a little bit different. Stick to your plan, of course, is the easy method, but that's a bit of a wide-ranging thing to do. Of course, you've got to have a plan. Only take trades that set up as per your testing or what you were taught. So if you were taught in terms of entering a trade on a specific way, let's just say make something really, really simple here. If you were told the first touch only of a moving average, once it's broken back above it and it's the first retest, if you were told you buy on that first retest, that would be what you're taught, or if that's what you've tested, that's what you tested. It's no point if it's bouncing along and you're sort of looking at it on the third or fourth test. That wasn't what you said. If it's only the first, it was the first. If it's done the second, you think, well, I'll have a go because it's doing it now anyway. Yes, sure, it may do it, but we know it's pebbles on the pond situation, and at some point that's going to go potentially against you. So stick to what you, and particularly when you've done all that work, if you've gone back and tested a strategy, go back and look at it, and you've done all that work, and then you just make it up anyway. What's the point? Probably the best thing you can do when you're trading is set the orders and walk away. Now, it's a little bit more difficult for Charlie and myself. We're in a day trading room, but although we do that, we do have gaps in the day. It's just no point sitting there watching nothing happen, or even the trade working. It's not going to make it work any better. The one thing, of course, is you delivering pay or trying to use patience is don't sit there looking at it, because that's not patient. It's like the kettle, you're watching the kettle boil and everything else happen. It just takes forever. So walk away. If it's a loss and you haven't watched it, it's a lot more comfortable coming back to see, oh, it's lost, rather than sitting there for 5 minutes or an hour or 2 hours waiting and watching every single little bit of it go down until it takes you out. Just take the trade, walk away. Now, some things are inevitable. You will have losses. We know that. There's no 100% strategy out there. There are even a broker, being a broker isn't 100% strategy. You have losses. You have to pay out. You have winners, and that's what we're working on. Is just the basis of we'll have losses, we'll have winners. The important thing, if you take it through these, you only become quite mechanical in your trading. You take the trades as per, as I say, your testing or what you were taught, as it was taught. You put the stops in, you put the take profits in, put it all in, walk away. You become less involved with the whole trade, and you'll feel a lot better about it. And of course, patience, where you'll be busy doing something else. So patience, what is it good for? Absolutely everything. But of course, only if applied in the right way, not for the losers, but for the right trades, the right setups in the right way. Hope that was useful. Take care. Oh, I forgot two other things. Firstly, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and like it. The other thing is, if you want to come and join us for 2-3 days in the trading room, 23rd, 24th of October. So 23rd and 24th of October, come and join us 2-3 days. You can pop in at any time you like. We start at around about 7:45 in the day, run through till 2 or 3 o'clock. Not all of that time, but there'll be gaps in it. You can come and go as you please. So it's 23rd, 24th of October. I'll put the details up on the bottom of this video underneath there. You'll be able to click on a link and so join us for the 2 days. That's it for now. Have a great week. Bye.